Hello, welcome back to my crafty corner. This is Sarah. So we're back with I believe this is the fourth part of our little Joy to the World mini album. And I realized that, you know, it's already after Christmas and all of that, but we had some electrical and heating issues right at Christmas. So to get through that, and then for me to just be motivated to do the video afterwards. So that's why I'm doing it now. Now I did go through and I've embellished, and I'm just going to do a flip through and show you what I've done. And it did turn out pretty thick. So, but you can remove some of the tags and things, you know, if it's too thick, or I can if I decide to put photos in this. All right, so that's what we got so far. I did not cover this. I just chose, I left it. I could always go through and cover it if I decided to. You know, like these holes look pretty neat. The ones I had to punch myself don't. But that's the front. And it is a little thick here. Okay. So on the front here, I just took a scrap piece of paper, one of the little embellishments, or a couple of the embellishments, made a little pocket belly band type thing there, just stuck a little tag in it. I took the scrap papers that I had, just backed those with the coffee stain paper and stuck those in there. Same thing with this side. I just stuck one of the little embellishments in, made a couple of, well, I didn't do all of them, I guess, because some of these were cream already and I just left those the way they were, but stuck those in there. Like that. I wish I'd have kind of left this one popped and you could have stuck a tag in there. Not that we would have had room, but we could stamp on this or just journal on it, the same as here, or you could put photos. And I didn't do something on every single page. I left some of them plain because you can just add a photo, journal about the photo. So like this one, I just left it plain. They're really pretty. This is my favorite paper, so I left most of those pretty plain. I did do the center part. I never did go back through and add any of the buttons to anything, though, but considering as thick as it's gotten, probably not going to. So I just took this little piece of ephemera here, clustered it up with this little word, or 'tis the season, and one of the little punches, and then just added in just from the scrap paper, and then one of the things from the kit. Now I'll have it linked down below, and I did end up going through and printing out. I ended up printing out all the kits. There's 10 altogether. I used, oh, I threw that away, didn't I? I bet I threw that little paper I had away. Because I had written it down. Well, I have the individual ones linked as well. And then I went through, and I don't remember exactly which ones I pulled from what, because I just cut everything out together and put it in a thing. But I just went through and picked a few of those. Here I made just a little like photo mat deal, and with one of the little scrap pieces that came out, cut a little punch, or punched out a circle the same size as that, put that on there. Put a little eyelet in that one. I just inked the back of it. And then that just slides in there. Flip this over. And then I just clipped on this little pocket. And then it has a couple of little things in there. I just clipped that on there with one of them little index clips, Tim Holtz index clips. Also use the little mini clips here. And then that just clips like that. And I just stuck that down just so that this paper would have a little bit more, something extra to hold that, because it's pretty thick. So you have area here. I left this one plain. I left this plain because it's pretty, right? And you open it, and we have our little, looks kind of like a zigzag pocket, I guess. And I stuck an eyelet in this one as well. Did a little different type of string in it. Just used the twine because that's my favorite. I would have added some more of, oh yeah, back those with coffee stain. I would have added some more of this red ribbon, but I didn't have any more, and I didn't make any more either, so, or not any in that color. I have some red, but it's completely different, and so I just chose to not even add any more of that in there. And then we have a little journaling spot. So my coffee paper, some of it, because I just used bits and pieces that I had left over. And if it wasn't quite long enough, I just added a little strip of extra leftovers from the papers. Like that. I used that little file folder one to tuck in here. Same as with it, I didn't have enough to make it go here. I kind of cut that wonky, but I just inked it pretty heavily. I don't think you can notice it as much. And I just stuck that in there. Then I did the same thing here with one of those tags. This came from one of the kits. Not from one of the original 3 that I used. I actually took, there was another little card in there. It had this little bow. I just fussy cut the bow out and stuck it on there to add just a little something extra to that. Like that. Left those plain. Clipped on some tags here. Just back those with coffee stain. I love that one. The Charles Dickens Christmas Carol. It's one of my favorite ones. And more. This one was one of those ones that were like a double, and I scored it in half. And I just inked around it, and I just placed it on this flap like that. So you could put a picture here behind that. Left those plain. Use that little pocket on the front of this one. This was one of those ones that was just cut out and then scored, and then I just stuck those together like that. And I tried to alternate, you know, my patterns so that they looked good in here. I think they do. Just stuck one of the little ephemera pieces here. This is one of those tags. I actually cut it apart. It was one that was scored also, but I cut it apart because I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough tags to finish it out. So did that, just use one of the little scrap pieces, and or it's one of the little cutout pieces from the ephemera kit. Just made like a little tab on there. And then those just tuck right in there. Same thing with this one here, just a little piece. Took that from the ephemera, and I just stapled that one on there. So those just tuck. This one came from one of the other kits. So, and I'll have all of those linked below. Then you can pick and choose whichever you want. Or if you want all of them, I went ahead and bought the whole thing. So I'll always have little pieces of ephemera like this if I need it for anything. Just used one of those in there. It would be pretty to have done something up here, I think. Did the same thing with this, just used the other piece of that little tab. And I still have plenty left over, like so much left over. But I have enough I could probably do, with the exception of the full sheets of paper, several more albums probably. All right, but I'm getting ready to wrap Christmas up. I feel like I've been working on Christmas for forever. On this one, I just took one of the little tags and stuck it like this with the little fussy cut one of those little poinsettias out, Joy to the World here. And then I just took those and back those, put a clip on it, tuck those in there. Here I just added a little piece of ephemera. That plain. And on this one, just a little, ooh, I did not even ink that. Do you see that? I didn't ink it. I'll have to go back through and ink that. Whoops. Whoops, whoops. Okay. And you know what? Just let me leave it out. I'll do it. That way I don't forget. And then on this one, I just added a little piece of, what do you call this? A tab here. And then this one, I just backed it with that red stripe. Let me just, I've still got that ink right here on my table. Let me just do it right quick. Alrighty, got that one inked. Oh, me. I was in a hurry. There we go. Alright, and then I left that plain. And then on this one, I just used one of the ephemera, or a couple of the ephemera pieces here with the little trees. I loved those. And then I just stuck some tags down in there. And this is probably why it got so thick, because I used so many. Got pretty excited about it. Just left those plain. And then this one here has, I just added this corner piece to it. This was from one of the kits. And then I just added a couple of little mats behind that piece. And then just this little piece. And I just stuck that tag behind that with the little clip, so those come off. And then I just stuck a couple a tag in this little thing here, ephemera piece behind that. Fussy cut that out, stuck that there with the word piece. And that is it. And I left the inside front and back covers plain because I really love that paper with those berries. So that's a chunk right there, right? We probably could have made it work without that center one, but I like it when it's thick like that. It feels nice. So, and if you don't like all that sticking out, you know, you could just make your tag shorter, or don't use it, but it doesn't bother me. So that's what our little Joy to the World Christmas album is like. I hope you like this video. I do apologize for it being out late. And if you, like I said, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. You can click that notification bell for when I do upload videos. And thank you for watching. Bye.